This is Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota.
Welcome to Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota. Today we take a look back at the matchup between Auburn and LSU in Baton Rouge. We'll catch up with Jason Campbell, former Auburn quarterback, my partner on the Auburn Sports Network, and a sit down with Ralph Jordan Jr., the son of Shug Jordan. But first, let's go to the Auburn locker room after Auburn LSU.
A difficult night for us. They beat us every way, that you could. We had no answers. Defensively for them and offensively just not consistent enough to stay in a scoring match with them. And we got to own everything that's on that film, the effort, the good and the bad, and go back to work and hopefully get better. This will test us, which is football does that, and it'll test us because the only way to get out of this funk is to work hard. And to do that, you've got to have the right attitude and be able to put the past behind, but at the same time own what we're doing. And I don't know that we win the game, but we certainly could have played better. That's a really, really, really good offense, and we didn't play our best for sure.
We didn't have the best performance we wanted tonight. We started a little slow. They're a really good team. Their offense is really, really good, and our goal was to kind of stay on the field as long as we could as an offense to keep our defense off the field. But it's just tough being on the road in an environment like this. It's a fun place to play, but we got to be a little bit more prepared as far as pre-snap penalties early on in the game and all that. But as far as the locker room, I think everyone's a little disappointed, obviously, about tonight's performance. But going forward, we really know that we really and truly can win every game out. And that just starts every single day doing the little things right. And
it certainly we didn't seem to have the same juice tonight, and obviously Masai is a really good four-eye anchor against the run, and losing him certainly didn't help. But didn't think we played with the same intensity. But they're really, really talented. You got to give them credit too.
Auburn Football Everyday is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Tiger Talk, the official radio show of the Auburn Tigers. Tune in Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central on your local Auburn Sports Network affiliate.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota. Time now for the highlights. Auburn and LSU, presented by Truckworks.
Jackson deep to receive. McPherson puts a foot into it. Almost to the goal line, and it falls behind Caleb Jack's legs. Peyton Thorne. Thorne, play action, throws it across the middle. It is complete. Out to the 40-yard line to Camden Brown, the sophomore from Monroe, Louisiana. Good to see Camden Brown involved in the Auburn offense. 15 yards and a first down for Auburn.
Camden Brown, big receiver. We need him to get involved in this offense.
6'3", 199-pound sophomore from Monroe, Louisiana. First and 10 for Auburn at the 40. The snap, the play action, another throw. Brown, first down, out to the LSU 47-yard line. Almost identical play at the LSU 45. Thorne, play action, throws it. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Hollywood Hooks, and a flag is thrown.
Pass interference, defense, number 24. Ball replaced in the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Play action. Thorne with some time. He's going to run it. Peyton Thorne, 35-25. He's out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Brings Cobb in motion. Turns, he hands the ball. No, it's Ashford who throws. It's caught. It's caught inside the 5-yard line to number 87, Brandon Frazier. And Auburn goes with the Wildcat. It is Jarquez Hunter who finds his way in. He's in. 2-yard touchdown run. Touchdown Auburn. Jarquez Hunter from 2 yards out.
Big drive by Auburn right there to go down and answer after being down 17-0. We needed that in a huge, huge way back.
Daniels looks to throw. He is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he goes down at the 21. Auburn brought the blitz. Eugene Asante got him. Ball inside the 35, quickly back to the line. Daniels to throw. Across the middle, it's almost intercepted. It is intercepted by DJ James. DJ James goes down at the 19-yard line. The ball was tipped by Jalen Simpson, and James pulled it out of the sky and stops the drive with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the hash, play action. Ashford looks up the seam. He throws it. Downfield, it is caught. Number 87, Brandon Frazier, down to the LSU 35.
Yeah, Brandon Frazier going up, making a huge catch right there. I tell you, my bad. Tyler Fromm on the catch right there. Going up, catching that ball right there, high pointed. Good job by Robbie of letting the play develop and throwing him down the field so he can go and get it.
Quattlebaum will snap it. Snap down, kick on the way, and the kick is good. 11:35 to go. Thorne to throw it. Drops to throw. Throws it up the seam. It is caught by Jay Fair. He bobbled it and caught it, and he's taken down at the 20-yard line. Zy Alexander on the stop. Good concentration by Jay Fair, the sophomore from Rockwall, Texas.
Exactly, and a great concentration by Jay Fair, knowing you're probably going to take a big hit when that ball gets tipped. He focused right there and kept his eyes on the ball and was able to pick up a gain of 32 yards.
The snap to Thorne. He throws it. It's complete. Fairweather with the catch. He's down to the 6, and that's an Auburn first down. The snap to Ashford. He looks to throw. He does throw. It is caught, and it's a touchdown. Number 87, Brandon Frazier, who spun it about the goal line and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Ashford turns. He's going to run it. Ashford stops at about the 7, flips it into the end zone, and it's caught. It's caught again by Brandon Frazier. The touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
We got the Ashford and Frazier connection going on here tonight down in Baton Rouge. Great job right there, Brandon Frazier. Though.
That will do it as this one goes down. Final seconds tick away. The two head coaches, Brian Kelly and Auburn's Hugh Freeze, meet at midfield, shake hands, and this one comes to a close.
Championship moments. Celebrating Auburn's 1983, 93, and 2013 football teams is presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Auburn hosted Florida in a battle of top 10 teams. Bo Jackson started fast.
He's the 45, the 40. Jackson looks for running room. Hit from behind, got away. At the 25. He's in the foot race at the 20. To the 15, to the 10. Touchdown, Auburn!
The Auburn defense held serve. Tommy Powell forced a fumble on the goal line, which led to an 80-yard Bo Jackson touchdown run.
Randy Campbell with no wideout pitching to Bo Jackson. Down a little hole. 35, broke a tackle, 30. 35, the 40. Midfield, foot race, down the sideline, 30, 20. Bo's gonna go. Touchdown, Auburn!
The Gators would mount a comeback. The Auburn defense stood tall once again, stopping Florida 4 times inside the 5-yard line. The Tigers held on to win 28-21 to stay atop the SEC standings.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Every Day. Jason Campbell has a new role with the Auburn Sports Network. My partner now, the color analyst on the Auburn Sports Network. We catch up with the former Auburn quarterback about his brand new role. Coming soon to WarEagle Plus.
This season, there's a new voice in the booth next to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. But he's well-versed on the plains, following the departure of longtime color analyst Stan White. The mic has been passed to Auburn quarterback legend Jason Campbell.
Finally, Jason Campbell.
Yes.
Finally, we're ready for football.
Yes, we can finally get to football. The thing that we're all here for today is to watch a great game and watch this new football team. The fans are ready to go. I got chills on my arm, and I'm ready to go play.
Being in the booth, to me, it's the closest thing to being on the football field. I know that Andy asked me to do this, him and Ben Harlan, who's our head guy. At first, I was just like, hey, give me a little time to think about it. They was like, no, we don't really want you to think about it. We want you to kind of take it over. And I was just like, well, let me talk to my wife. I mentioned it to her. She was all on board. She went to Auburn. She loves Auburn as well. And she was just like, hey, this is what you love to do. And for me, man, it's been fun.
Great decision right there by Peyton Thorne. Didn't like it front side, tried to come backside. The Hollywood hooks didn't like that. Saw an opening in front of him, took it, was able to utilize his legs to get the touchdown. Great decision right there.
When Stan stepped away after 22 years, our first thought was Jason Campbell. It helps that he was the 2004 SEC Player of the Year and had a terrific career in the NFL. But I also knew, and our folks with the Auburn Sports Network felt, that Jason would be able to step into this role and develop into another great football analyst in the booth. Auburn's had some terrific guys. A lot of them have been quarterbacks. The late, great Pat Sullivan, Charlie Trotman, Stan White, and now Jason Campbell.
Here's Campbell going deep for Obomanu. There's Obomanu, and there is a touchdown.
Not only was Campbell the 2004 SEC Player of the Year, but he led the Tigers to an undefeated season alongside current Auburn associate head coach Carnell Williams.
For him to be in this role and get the opportunity to be around the program, to talk Auburn football, which he have a deep desire for this place and got a love for Auburn just the way that I love it. But even most of all, he have a passion, he have a love for these players and paving the way for the next generation. And that's why he do what he do. And that's why myself, we do what we do. So I'm just excited for him and his family, man. Well deserved, and I think he's gonna knock it out the park.
I like to see that, Andy. I like Coach Montgomery did right there. Give Robbie an opportunity to throw a touchdown pass, but put Michael Riley Ducker in there to catch that seam ball for a touchdown. Michael Ducker is a real talent. They can't wait to see this guy continue to mature within this offense.
I definitely feel honored. Anytime you have a platform like this, I thank God for it. For me, I remember growing up in Mississippi. Sometimes my dad and I would go to college games, local games that was around the area, and we would listen to a lot of games on the radio, because we were driving to games. And you could kind of hear the excitement when the announcers are calling the game. They're trying to paint a picture for the people that's at home that maybe not in front of a television to hear what's going on. So to me, I remember those and the excitement of make you feel like you was actually in the stadium. So when I do it now with Andy, I hope I come across as trying to paint a picture to the audience. If they're not at the game or if they're not in front of a TV, they have a chance to feel like they're a part of the game and they can feel the energy that's taking place on the field.
He is a major part of our crew. He was before, and I look forward to many, many years of working with Jason and watching that part of his career blossom.
Auburn Football Everyday is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters. And by WarEagle Plus, coming this fall.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Everyday. Recently, I sat down with Auburn's Ralph Jordan Jr., the son of legendary coach Shug Jordan. We talked on a number of topics, including Auburn football and growing up in the Jordan family. What was it? These are good, boy. These are going to sound like fan questions, so I'm just going to ask them anyway.
I don't have any fans. So.
You do. What was it like to be in the family, really one of the fine families, well-known families, not only in Auburn, but in Lee County, in the state of Alabama, in the South? What was it like to grow up in that family?
It was interesting in that I'm sure I was exposed to and enjoyed a lot of things, opportunities, trips, bowl trips. We spent a lot of time. I had an old Chrysler automobile that would hardly pull a hill, and my sisters and I in the back seat, my mom and dad up front, and we'd go eat half-cooked barbecue chicken and green beans, and my dad'd get up on the tailgate of a pickup truck and talk Auburn football and what the team was going to be like next year, and answer questions, and we'd drive back in the middle of the night to Auburn from wherever it was, Leadahatchee or Dothan or Andalusia or Florence, so that was kind of it, and those were obviously things that other young people my age were not getting to do. My dad was, I think, one of the reasons he was such a successful coach was he was very people-oriented. Coach Freeze reminds me a lot of my dad. Coach Dye was a master. And, you know, you can't relate to people if you're not a people person. And, you know, my dad, I can remember riding around South Georgia with him on recruiting trips, and he would see some guy out there on a tractor plowing a field. He'd pull over and walk over the fence. The guy would make one more pass, come around, and he'd say, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" And my dad said, "Hey, man, I ain't seen you since this time last year. Y'all got any football players down here? You know, just have a conversation or go up to some little crossroads store and get an RC or something and a pack of crackers and talk to those people for hours, you know." And
What was game day like for you growing up?
well, it kind of went through a couple of episodes. I mean, eras there. You know, in my early years, I was on the sideline. I think I was a little too much ADD for my mother to deal with in the stands. So the best place for me was dodging people coming out of bounds. When you saw the chains hit the down markers hit the ground, it was time to get out of the way, you know, get behind the bench. But so I remember seeing football as a youngster growing up from that level, from eye level. And then the criteria for me getting off the sideline was that I had to bring a date to a game, and I'm still married to her 53 years later. So, it obviously I picked the right one.
Thank you for your time.
Andy, always a pleasure, man.
WarEagle.
WarEagle, absolutely.
WarEagle Plus. It's your team on your time. WarEagle Plus takes you inside the planes with premium content you'll find nowhere else.
Do this for Auburn!
In-depth features, interviews, and the stories of Auburn women and men as they fly down the field. Auburn wins! And soar on to victory. Coming soon, more of your Auburn Tigers with WarEagle Plus.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota. Next up, it's a nighttime game at Jordan-Hare Stadium, Auburn and Ole Miss.
I think this is the third straight week that we'll be facing the top three offenses in the conference in Georgia, LSU, and Ole Miss, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge. I'm thankful that we're at home in Jordan-Hare. We need it to be at its all-time best, and I know it will be. And we'll get ready and excited to play in this challenge, but a really good football team coming in.
I think the emphasis on putting it behind us is really big for us this week, just to move on and prepare for this, prepare for Ole Miss and the rest of the season that we have coming up ahead of us. Don't really focus on the things that we've done in the past this season. Just really focus on what's ahead and what we have at stake for the rest of the season.
I can't speak on the offense, but I can speak on the defense. The defense is just tighten up, right? Make sure we're good. Don't leave any stone unturned here, especially with the tempo team, right? If they're going to motion and adjust, what do you plan on this motion? What do you plan on this adjustment? That's really all it is, right? Because tempo is just, hey, plays over, get back on the ball, get the call. Now we're back in the same cycle. Adjustment, what are we playing? Back on the ball, call, adjustment, what are we playing? So the theme for the defense is to tighten up what you're doing, make sure there's no stone unturned.
It's definitely going to be a great feeling, just knowing our fans are supporting us, and a lot of people coming out, and we just want to display good football to them because they pay for tickets as well. We don't want to feel like we're wasting anyone's time and just try to give them a good show.
And I mean, last week, like you said, it left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So, we ready to go out there and just show everybody who we really are. That wasn't our defense, that wasn't our offense last week. We going out here this week to really prove to everybody in the country that we're Auburn. We're coming back, and we're going to turn this thing around.
We're playing to win a game at Jordan-Hare Saturday night and hear the truths of how we can improve to win it. And, we should play for each other, and we should serve each other, and we should love each other enough to play. And that's, I think, a greater challenge in today's times than ever before, truthfully. I think we're all dealing with it. I talked with two coaches this morning in this conference that are friends of mine that I think we all are dealing with some of the same things. And coaching is becoming a harder challenge at this level, and it's one that we've got to embrace and continue to lead well. And hopefully we have enough players that lead well enough that, we see another opportunity to represent each other in our university and another step toward hopefully getting better as a program. But how we prepare this week will show on Saturday. It always does. And that'll be the message.
Kickoff between Auburn and Ole Miss is set for 6:05. Our coverage on the Auburn Sports Network begins at 3. And we'll talk with you next week on Auburn Football Every Day, driven by Toyota.